So here's my newest project. It's Failkart MKII. This one actually has a proper radio on it for chains. This is an ACOM's Techniplus and whatever the Greek character is. Got it from Dog on Xmon's forum. Thanks again. And yeah. So I went and built this thing. Oops. Right. It's got the drive system out of an old HP printer. I had just the one motor on it. It was weak as hell, so I put a second one on out of another HP printer because I've taken a few of those apart. And it's a helical cut setup on these gears, so it's actually quieter than you'd think. This white gear is just an idler to the axle. The axle tube I made out of old plumbing pipe. This is just copper pipe, and the wheels and tires and axles are out of this cheap ass Walmart RC I got. It was like 10 bucks. Really not worth 10 bucks as was, but I got some parts of it. And there's a fair bit of slop. It's not, great, but I threw a Fatuba S3003 on it on the front end. I've got a 3-link suspension here that I've done up. So this thing hooks to the tub. This is just the bottom of an Altoid tin. So it can move up and down, and then it's got 2 links on the bottom that are a little trapezoidal, so the whole thing can flex. It's got the same thing front and rear, so you can get some pretty good flexing out of it without it lifting a tire. It'd be a pretty good crawler, I guess, if the front axle was powered, but of course it's not. It's got the old Failkart batteries. Got the receiver in here, and then I got a cheap ESC off of eBay. It's actually a pretty good ESC, especially for what I paid for it. Very nice wires, high strand count. I guess that's a thing, but I was just amazed at how flexible they were. And yeah, so like I said, I originally built it with one motor. It was weak as hell, so I put 2 on it, and let's see what that's done. Yeah, that's woken it up a bit. It's got a little bit of skipping in the gear train. From where the white gear meets the gear, I stuck to the axle. I think that's because the axle inside is made of plastic and it can actually flex a little bit. Also, that's a pretty big gear, and it's made into a pretty small gear in there, and that's just generally a ganky way of doing it, but it was what I had.